Hi, now I'm gonna make such things. Okay, this is like contact with, for example, if I want to send a message or if I want to write comment using PHP. But for now, I'm gonna make this form in HTML. So now we have here two sections. The first section is here, navbar, and the second section is here. Okay, I mean contact with the form. In this section, we have an image and we have the menu. But for menu, I'm gonna not make it because it takes time, and I'm just concentrate just on PHP. So first, we have to make a section for navbar. In navbar, I have two things. The first one here, the image, and the second one here. So to make that, div container. In container, I have to make div row. In row, I have to make div, for example, column 3. Okay, so in column 3, I'm gonna make this image, the photo image, and in source here, source, I have to put the name of my image. Here, for example, I have the logo DNG. Just copy the name and paste it here. In between, for alt, I just want to write, for example, this is an image. If something happened for my image, then I know that there is an image. Okay, just let us save it. Okay, this is my image. This is my image logo. So if I want to change the name, for example, save it. So I have here like message that there's an image in this place. Go back, logo, save it, there's it. To make this image small as logo, just we go to style. As I said before, make multiple sign, then braces and margin make it 0. Okay. After that, we work with my arrow with my image, braces, width, for example 100 pixel, and height, let us say 40 pixel. Save it. It is here, but it doesn't look good. Just to see it clearly, make nav and background color, for example blue. Save it. This is my nav, okay, and this is my image. So just I want to change it into, for example, the height of 35, for example. Yes, I think it's better. If I want to delete margin and see how it will looks like, you see, here we have space in between, but it seems awful. Okay, write it and save it. It will be better than before. So just to change the color that I want, okay, right click, inspect, and here I go to the navbar image, sorry, navbar color, and here I can make another color, for example this one. So it will be better. Okay, take this letters and paste it here. See, save it. Now we have a new color and we have the logo image. So this is the first step that we want. Now we go to the new section. The new section is, sorry, this is the first section, and I want to make a new section. A new section for this one. Okay, a new section. Now I have to make this content. First, make container and div with row. After that, we have to make div with column, for example 6. Then open it. So now we have the new section with this one. Make the paragraph inside, make a text. But before, I have to write something contact h1, then inside contact, save it. Just see what will happen here. Save it. Now we have contact. Okay, but contact, it's on the right, and I think we have to work with CSS. So h1, then text align, for example, center. Save it. Now it is in the center. We can change the font size. For example, I don't know, 50. Let us see. Not that good, but we can make it, for example, 40. It's better. So now we have here the text. The text, it is P, okay, P paragraph, and to make the margin, for example, margin each side 10 pixel. Save it. Yes, that's it, or maybe more. Let's make it 20. Save it. Yes, that's it. Here I have made this one. Now inside the container I have one row for this one, contact and this text. Now I want to make this form. To make that, I need a new row, okay? A new row. So this container, and this is the end of the container. Before the end, just write, form. Inside form, I make div row. Then div column, column 3, multiple 2 times. Okay, then okay. Why 2 times? Because we have here 2. Look at that. Okay, this column mean column 6 and this column mean column 3. Why? Because we have two sections. Inside this column 3, I want to make input in, what happened here, input. So input text, and I have to name it just for PHP. Name it like first name. Okay, and to see this one. Okay, here you can see that there's a text inside. Okay, just to make that a placeholder first name. See how it looks like. So here we have first name, as we have written here. This is the placeholder, and name, it is important for PHP. Now inside this column we have to make a new input for the last name. So name, or the second name, name, and placeholder is second name. Save it. You see, now we have first name, second name. Now I have to make another row. Okay, another row for what? I have made this row for the text and this row for first and second name, and now I want to make another column 6 for email, then for the message and for send. So now we have here the form, the end of the form, and here I want to make a new row, div dot row, then div column 6. Okay, just one time. Inside it I have to make input. Now the type must be not text but email. Okay, email, because important, when you go here, okay, and click on it, you will get the email sections. Okay, and you can't write whatever you want. This must be an email. You will get an error if you write anything. Now to name it, email, and placeholder email. See how it looks like? Now we have email. You see, now we got the emails. So to make another one, div, we say, for example, row. Inside it another div, with column 6 for the div. Yes, that's it. 6 for the message. Okay, we say here text area. This text area, you can make it bigger and smaller and as you want, and to see how it looks like. For example, if I want to copy this and paste it here, you see now we have text. But if you want to paste it here, you can't see, just some words but not all. That's why text area, but we need to name it like text. Okay, and to make placeholder, put your message, your message here, or write your message here. See what will happen now. Save it. Now we have text area. The last thing is to make div row, inside it div column 6, and inside it must be input or button or whatever you want. Just like the type is submit, the name submit, sorry, value send. What does that mean? Just save it, okay, and see what does that mean. Value here send. Okay, if I want to write, for example, okay, save it. Not it's okay. Okay, send. Save it. Now we have the form as we have it here. Okay, we have the first name, second name, email, message, and send, and the same nav bar. So now I want to make this image. Okay, this image must come here in between. So that means we have this first section. Where is it? Here. This is the the second section, and here is the first section. Inside, okay, or in between, just like div and image as class. Okay, so that we can here have our image. But the image, I don't want to make it like this. Okay, image source. Just I want to make it in my CSS style. Save it and go here. So now in CSS we make image because that was CSS, and inside we say background, just background or background image, but I will use background URL and single quotation. Inside it, just take the name of my image. So copy it and paste it here. Okay. If I save it, I can see nothing. Okay. Why? Because I must do the width 100% and height must be 0. Then let us see if I can see it. Also nothing. I have to make padding top. Let us say 15%, and background size. It is really important. Okay, background size, and I will take contain. Save it. You see, we have our image here, but I have problem. Now. I have two images, okay, one beside the other, and here I have just one image. Another thing, it is not in the center, so that I have to go to background after this URL and say no repeat. Save it. So now I have just one image. I want to make it in the center. Right center and save it. Now it is in the center. You see, now I have the same result as here. Okay, but here it is bigger. That's not important for now, but I want to make it like this. So now I want to go to input. Here it is really it is really good. It's really good, and I want to make it like this. Now in CSS file I said input, then presses. After that I said, for example, the width here 100%. Save it. Now I have it 100%, but it doesn't look like this. Okay, I have to make it maybe smaller. Let us say 80%. Save it. Now we have it in smaller than before. Now text area is still the same as before. I have to make it the same as the input, so I use comma, then text area, save it. Now we have the same result. You see? Now I want to make margin left. For example, let us say 20 pixel from the left to the right. It will go 20 pixel. Save it, and we have this result. Okay. Now I want to make padding in each side. Let us say 6 pixel. Save it. Okay. Now we have this thing. Okay. It looks good, but we have to make another thing to make a space in between the first and second name and so on and so forth. So let us say just margin here. Save it. Oh, 20. No. Leave it like this. And we say margin, and let us say 8 pixel. Save it. Now we have 8 pixel, but it took just the second one. Okay, the second one. This is ignored. So that we leave it like this. Okay, we leave it like this now. For now. Here, if you see that when I hover over this input, I see a new color. You see, it is somehow red. Now I want to make like that, so that we go here, input, okay, and double dot, and hover, click OK, and presses, and we say 2 pixel, sorry, border, 2 pixel, then solid, then red. See what will happen now. Look, now we have a new color when we hover over it. But here text area is still the same. You see, text area we have to write the same as we have before. Just comma and text area, hover, save it, and we have the same result. Look at that. Okay, so for now I think that's it.